Now, millions of us have supermarket loyalty cards, but recently we have seen a reduction in the value of the rewards we get back from many retailers.
Yeah, Tesco's are warning shoppers to exchange their points before the value drops by a third. Nina can tell us more. What do we need to know?
Well, who doesn't love a bargain? But the bargains are getting slighter. Good morning. Yeah, inflation isn't just hitting us as consumers, but businesses too, and that's led to supermarkets and other businesses reducing their offers. We start with Tesco Club Card, one of the longest running and most popular schemes. Launched in 1995, 20 million of us are members. But next Wednesday, the 14th of June, there is a warning. What you get per point is being slashed. So you'll still be able to use your points at places like Pizza Express and Legoland, but they will be worth less. So they are set to drop from 3 times to twice the value of your points. So, for example, for now, £10 worth of vouchers are worth £30 on tickets. From next Wednesday, they'll only be worth £20. Here's a tip on getting ahead, though. By converting the points to vouchers before then, they will be valid at the current triple value and you can use them for a year. Others are following. In August, Costa Coffee's loyalty scheme for a free cup changes. You'll need 10 points instead of 8 for your freebie, so you'll need to buy 2 extra drinks to get that. And since last month, Boots Advantage loyalty card holders have been getting 3p per pound rather than the 4p. It's not always straightforward, isn't it? Working out the best way to use your loyalty scheme. So joining me now is Consumer Advisor Helen. Good to see you this morning. We've had loads of messages from viewers about this. This is a good one actually from Lorraine, who says she feels let down by her supermarket. Their reward scheme is only available to people with smartphones. Not everyone has one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have challenged a couple of supermarkets on this, and they just say that they will help people put the apps on their phone. Of course, some people don't have phones, so it is very difficult, and it is, you could say, quite discriminatory.
And there's nothing you can do about it, is there?
Not really,
no.
other than have a go at the supermarket.
Yeah.
Write to them and say this isn't unfair.
Yeah, so sorry about that, Lorraine. It does make direct comparisons quite tricky, isn't it? Mm-hmm. We got this from Rob. He goes to the Co-op. He says there are different loyalty cards for different areas, and he's not even sure whether he's getting the best deal when he then converts his points. But you could apply that to Tesco versus Sainsbury's versus Asda versus Aldi. You don't know where you're getting the best deal. Is there an easy way of comparing?
Not particularly. I mean, it is very difficult because you're not comparing like with like, but when you then take into consideration the loyalty points, as you say, some will give 10% discount here on a different product to another one. There are a couple of sites up there. So you've got trolley.co.uk where you can compare prices, and that will put the discount prices, but it won't necessarily give you the reward prices. And then you also have to compare, even within a store, if you've got the weight per kilogram of something, and then it gives you the club card price, but it doesn't give you the weight per kilogram price, you've then got to work out which one is the cheaper one, the larger or the smaller. So it is very complicated and time-consuming.
And that's what CH from Grangemouth has said to us. He said sometimes on the same product, it will be a 10% back, or then the next week it will be cash back instead. So it's up to you really to keep an eye on those shifts, isn't it? Virgin Red loyalty scheme got in touch this morning. They say their recent research says 8 out of 10 people say a bargain is now driving their spend because inflation is where it is. Many consumers feeling a 10% cut in real terms in their pockets. Are we getting savvier?
I think we're feeling that we have to. So people are becoming more savvy and they are looking at where we can get those bargains. But it is very time-consuming. So although we're getting more savvy, it's taking more of our time and effort to find those bargains and to actually compare those prices.
So just give me those websites then. There's Shopping Trolley, and which were the other ones you mentioned to go to and directly try and find those bargains?
Well, trolley.co.uk is probably the main one, but also to look at sites and getting cash back. So you've got Top Cashback, Quidco, Kidsstart, if you want to put it into your kids' account. They will have some discounts on, or some cash back on some sites. But there's also Jam Donut, which you can buy, where you can buy like a gift card, and you'll get cash back into that site, which is the money. And they're just adding supermarkets now, so you might get 2%, 3%. So if you put £100, get £100 of a gift card, then you'll get 2-3% into that Jam Donut account, and then when you've got more than £10, you can take that out. So that's always a good way because that's just, that's guaranteed discount.
Jam Donut, yeah. Making me hungry, Helen. Thank you very much. So it's worth putting the effort in. You will get your money back, but it does take time. Thank you for those who sent in their top tips on vouchers. This from Holly in Cambridge. We save up our Nectar points over the year and use them to buy all of our Christmas food at the end of the year. That's a really nice savings scheme. This from Pete. Nina mentioned that Costa, like lots of organisations, are reducing the value of their loyalty scheme. So you have to buy, but if you use a reusable cup, you get one freebie. My top tip is that you can still use your vouchers to go to the Eureka Museum in Halifax. I took the kids there, and as I was saying earlier, you walk through, and when it's a free ticket, it feels 10 times
Marvellous.
Even better, yeah.
It does.
Nina, thank you.